All right, well, Riverhawk fans, we are here live with head coach Rob Robinson. Busy day for you guys across the board. So far, 26 signees. So just talk about the day, talk about the recruiting class you got.
Recruiting class, I thought we hit every need we set out for. 3 O linemen, 5 D linemen, 6 linebackers, 2 safeties, 3 DBs. Got a tailback still waiting to send his in, quarterback out of Broken Arrow, 3 wideouts. We encompassed a lot of positions, and I thought our coaches hit it out of the park with the kind of kids they brought in, not just as players, but as people.
Where would you rank this class compared to the others? It's like picking your favorite child.
Yeah, I think defensively we hit a lot of needs. So defensive class, I think overall this is one of our best defensive classes we've had, just by the when you get that many D linemen in and linebackers in, that really just sets a tone, and then we feel we got a shutdown corner that can come in and play right away.
Just talk about the whole process, this whole signing process for people who just don't, understand how big a day this is for y'all.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can really understand it until they lived it. You got to realize we start December 1st, but it starts way back. We started doing our offers back in April. So our coaches have been talking to these kids for almost a year, and that's been a year of their life, whether it's texting, talking, going to high schools, coming on visits, and you spend a year of your life going and doing that. And once you finally get them on the dotted line, it is just, you actually get a good night's sleep, for once in the last 2 months have just been hectic.
You look at this board of kids you got coming in here. You have a bunch of states. You got Texas, Tennessee, Louisiana, Arkansas, one Missouri, but a lot of kids from inside the state of Oklahoma.
Yeah, the big thing is I think we had almost 20 kids within 3 hours, and that's big to me. I want to get 90% of our kids from a 3-hour radius, because I think that just gets families involved, and kids play harder with the families. You get to just develop more relationships with those guys. And then really when you look at it, the farthest we went was about 5 hours away, which is still a very easy drive on a parent coming up. That's kind of like Shreveport's our cutoff where we stop there, but it's just Shreveport's been really good to us and feel it's a very natural fit. And then getting down to DFW is a very easy drive. You just head south for 4.5 hours. So I feel we've got a lot of guys with the same kind of qualities and backgrounds that we're building this class out of.
You talk about backgrounds and qualities, so what kind of kids are you looking for to bring into the Riverhawks program?
You try to get into as many homes as possible or get that process, but just kids where you feel comfortable when you talk with them and their parents, that their views on what they want for their child is kind of your view, what you would want for your own. Education, playing for good people, and giving it everything we've got. And when a parent says, and if he doesn't do that, all you got to do is make one phone call. And that's the kind of kids that you have a parent with a background of trying to lead their child down the right way, and that's what we're looking for.
Where do you think this class comes in at, and where do you see, we're looking at 2017
Yep.
NSU football competing in the MIAA. Where do you think this class puts you guys at?
I think it just steps us up another notch. We had 7 true freshmen play out of last year's class. This year's you're going to have just as many guys competing in all positions. We've got a couple. There's a young man from McAllister, Brandon Klusak, who's already kind of developed. He's more along the lines of being ready to play just by his body size. He's going to go ahead and come and compete for a wide receiver position. We've got about 3 D linemen that are going to be able to come in and compete for time right away. And then our linebacker core is deep, coming in. So we got a lot of positions where it's going to make it competitive, and that's what you always want. And that's what we talk to these kids. We never, promise them playing time, but they're going to get every opportunity to compete. And if they can come in and compete and learn the terms and the verbiage from our offense or defense, they're going to have a shot.
Anything else you want to add about this whole recruiting day?
It's just the coaches made it happen. I don't think people understand that the head coach really through the whole recruiting process is a small part of it. It's the guys, out there doing the legwork pre-hand. How many countless spring ball practices these guys went to in the month of March, April, and May, from Texas to Arkansas to Louisiana, into Oklahoma, and the amount of time that they put into it to get these guys to come here, it's an unbelievable feeling for them, and they don't get enough credit, as the assistant coaches.
All right.